Hey guys, I'm back with another fire alarm review. Well, technically, it's ain't a review. I'm just gonna talk about Simplex TrueAlerts. Talk talking about my two TrueAlerts here, and just gonna do an overview of them. As you can see, the model number on this one is. I already done a review on these two again, but I want to do another review on. I want to talk about my two TrueAlerts and how they work. So these two are both. I'll start with the one on the right. This is a 4906-9131 weatherproof TrueAlert horn strobe. It's a smart sync, multi-Candela, as what multi-Candela, and you got a Simplex 4903-9417. First generation TrueAlert. It's an older model. It's an older model from 1999, the 51st week of 1999, when the second generation came out. When that was when the second generation came out of the TrueAlerts, where it had a revamped grill, because this has the original TrueAlert grill. I don't have a TrueAlert that has the current grill. But this is going to be a talk of how Simplex TrueAlerts are. You got three categories. You got either have free run, the 4-wire free for the horn strobes. You either have free run with the free running 4-wire operation with the option to select the strobe as free run or smart sync, which would be the 4903-9425, the 4903-9426, the 4903-9427, and then the 4903-9231, 9230, the 4903-9431, the 9432, and the 9433, which are the white versions. For smart sync, we would have there's dozens of smart sync models, so I only these two operate as a smart sync. These models, the 4903 models for the smart sync TrueAlerts, which are now Simplex, which are now discontinued, they're now legacy products. They are no longer in production. Which this is one of them. This is one of Simplex's legacy products. And if you don't know what legacy product is, it's another term for a product that's no longer being made. Which this is a 4903-9417, which along with its 75 Candela brother, the 4903-9418, and the 110 Candela model, the 4903-9419, as well as the white versions, the 9428, the 9429, and the 9430. Which those ended up getting replaced by the red versions, which I have the red version, which would be, and by fourth generation, it would get replaced by the Simplex 4906-9127 TrueAlert or multi-Candela smart sync horn strobe, but it still sounds at, which actually is slightly higher pitch, but it still sounds at the note C, but a little higher up an octave though. But same sound file. So this is a 4906 model. So I'll take the covers off and we'll investigate the insides. For the 4903-9417, it's kind of hard to do it with one hand, so I'll pry open the cover off camera and I'll be right back. So I got the covers on. The 4903-9417 has a fixed 15 Candela strobe. It is fixed Candela as implied with the 4903, as implied by the 4903. Which you would have either a Candela sticker indicating the Candela sticker like what I have, or a colored shape indicating what the Candela is. Now, for the 4906-9127, for the 4906 series, the 4906 series, like this guy right here, the 4906-9131, is multi-Candela, as what the 4906 stands for. So I'm just going to pry off the back piece so it can investigate what your Candela settings are. I'm going to do it off camera. As you can see, I actually took off the back plate, the little plastic piece that protects the circuit board. There's the circuit board for it. And then right here, you see there's holes that select your Candelas. And this jumper is what selects it. Your options are weatherproof 75, 75, 60, 15, and FACP. For those of you who don't know what FACP stands for, that stands for that the Candela can be selected by the control panel by using the IDNAC protocol, which stands for Identification Notification Appliance Circuit. So you can literally select the Candela from the panel, as long as you have a simplex panel that's compatible with IDNAC. So how to select your, there's a strobe capacitor right there, but how you select your Candela is you take out the jumper and then you select it to whatever desired Candela setting you want. For this model, since it's a weatherproof model, weatherproof 75 is the default setting for weatherproof TrueAlerts. I'm going to put the cover back on, the thing back on, and so as you can see, both of these TrueAlerts have two terminals, and these are smart sync devices, which means they actually require a certain electronic in order to operate correctly. So, as you can see, compared to the 4-wire models, which does not have a little switch for free run, and they're or smart sync strobe. And these two terminals, you can see there's two terminals, no extra terminals up here for the horn. These two terminals on this device and these two terminals on this device run the horn and the strobe together. However, a conventional batteries or a 24-volt DC, a conventional 24-volt power DC power supply or a pair of batteries will not properly run these units. Because how smart sync TrueAlerts work is when power is applied, the horn will not sound. It'll just charge up the strobe until power is cut, and then it flashes. And it is a great way to synchronize all the strobes in a public setting, though, however, these are not the user-friendliest devices, especially if you don't have the 4905-9938 synchronization module. So the 4905-9938 synchronization module, or the TrueAlert addressable controller, or the 4009 IDNAC extender, those are the only ways without a panel, the only 3 ways without a panel that you can correctly operate, that you would power these units up. But however, the 4906-9131, the strobe needs more time to charge. Therefore, the smart sync module will not correctly run the strobe. I don't know why Simplex designed it to work a little differently than the indoor counterparts, but because that's something that has puzzled me about my 4906-9131. And then you have your addressable models, which are definitely ones you should stay away from unless you have a Simplex TrueAlert addressable controller or a 4009 IDNAC extender to a degree, TrueAlert addressable controller to a degree, or a 4009 IDNAC extender. But I also forgot to mention, there are panels that control smart sync devices like these two, like a 4010, a 4100 ES, 4006, 4008, among others that have that feature. Those simplex panels that have that feature. I would only recommend these smart sync units if you have the 4905-9938 synchronization module, or the simplex panel that controls smart sync. Definitely stay away from the addressable TrueAlerts. Those models would be the 4903, 9450, 4903, 9451, 4903, 9452, 9453, and then the 4906, 9227, 4906, 228, 490692, 29, and 490692, 207 remote strobe for mass notification. 49069205, 49069211 dual strobe for mass notification and fire applications. 4905, 49069208 also for which is the red version of the 49069211, which I mentioned previously. And then you also got the TrueAlert ES adaptation, obviously, which are also ones that are also deemed addressable, which are also declared addressable, which definitely stay away from those as well, unless you have a Simplex addressable panel that controls that has the addressable NACs or ID NAC SLC. And other TrueAlert addressable models like the 49039360, 9360, yeah, 49039360 ceiling mount horn strobe, which I believe is a predecessor of the 49069230. So definitely stay away from the addressable ones, including the TrueAlert ES series. And for beginner collectors, always get the 4-wire conventional 4-wire models. Those are your best bet if you're a beginner that wants to purchase a TrueAlert. These two I did purchase along with that 49059938 sync module. So when I got the rest of the half, which included the G1RF HDVM, Genesis horn strobe, and the first generation TrueAlert, it had the sync module included in the second batch. So I was able to correctly operate these. Well, not fully operate this guy because it needs more time to charge up. It needs more power to charge. It needs more time. It needs more current draw, 24 volts DC, to charge up. And definitely do not put these on full wave rectified. That is exactly why I do not plan on using it in any of my system tests. Because my AFP 100 is my only working panel, and that puts out full wave rectified. Which most of us collectors, if not all of us, know that full wave rectified DC or FWR DC is bad for simplex devices. It's pretty much going to kill the circuitry. It's pretty much going to kill the circuitry's function. And if you use these on full wave rectified for a significant amount of time, don't do that. Use filter DC. Use a panel that actually has filter DC for system tests. That's the only way you'll be able. That is a big disclaimer because yeah. And besides, these along with the sync module are my only 3 simplex devices. The TrueAlert, my 2 TrueAlerts are my only 2 simplex notification appliances, and they are both SmartSync. But this is not they're both not very user friendly because they're SmartSync, but this is a little bit more not so user friendly because, like I said, it needs more. Even if you have the module, it still is not very user friendly because the strobe needs more time to charge up, but the horn works fine. And I've also discovered that this one's louder than this guy, significantly louder. It's like almost as loud as it's like little close, but not even that close to my Spectral Alert Advance. So yeah. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And then there's also the remote horn, which is the 49019820, and then the remote strobe 4904 TrueAlerts, which I don't know if those are legacy, if those are discontinued in the favor of the 4906 SmartSync series. Which, however, the addressable TrueAlerts from the 4906 series did replace the 4903 addressable TrueAlerts, but they're also discontinued in the favor of the TrueAlert ES series. So yeah, So yeah, anyways, thank you for watching.